What's up, everybody? It's Steve. Welcome back to my channel, Atlantis Confirmed. These videos are getting harder for me to make. It's like Apocalypse Now or Heart of Darkness, the book that it's based on. I feel like I'm going into my own Heart of Darkness. I almost hesitated talking about all of this because I know how crazy I sound. And I'm not crazy, and the revelation at the end that I'm going to show you, and after I have to walk you there, because when I get you there, I want your eyes to see what I see, and the only way that I can do that is I have to show you example by example by example and teach you what to look for, because what I see when I get to the end is horrifying. And it's blowing my mind, and in some ways I feel like I'm losing my mind. I feel like the guy in the cell that you see in the movies who's like drawing glyphs everywhere and stuff. It's landed me somewhere that I never thought it would, and it's landed me somewhere that is absolutely shaking me to my core. But I have to walk you there. Okay, so let's get started. I have shown you in other videos now how I'm starting to call this the Atlantis Template, because this is what we see over and over again. And we don't know if they were called Atlantis, but the global seafaring culture that existed before our own, some have called Atlantis. So we're going to go with that. So I proved in the other videos. Go watch the videos because I don't want to retread everything. But this goes to this, that goes to this, and if you divide this up into 4 quadrants, you see that's actually a ring. It's a sun disk on here, but it became a ring here, and it's his mouth is where that's represented there. Okay, so Pakal, let's just go ahead and do his mask real quick, and you're going to see that Pakal's death mask, just like King Tut's death mask, they're first of all, the cultures they're both putting death masks on, and they're both putting this image on. So that is another connection that this is the same culture, or a worldwide joint culture that shared information. Okay, so some things should start jumping out at you right away if you've been following my videos. First of all, okay, should we start at the top? We've got the Yingana up there, and it looks like it's got a really mean face on this one. Like, that's how they interpreted it. This one that's what they saw. This is the Yingana, and let me bring you up Yingana for a quick refresher. Here's Yingana. And you see how the ledge is? You see it's a dragonfly, because the dragonfly's head, I'll get to that at the end, but you see it's holding up the ledge. That's where Atlas comes from, holding up the world. There's also an ancient American indigenous peoples of holding up the world. That's Atlas holding up the world right there. See the Egyptian staff? These are her dilly bags. They're swaddling clothes for infants. This is the pattern for the pharaonic garb. Okay, so I want to also show you, it's the same one. Yeah, that's just clear, her holding it up right there. Actually, I haven't looked at this in a long time, the full image like that. Okay, so let's move on. So I'm also going to show you how it's represented in the sarcophagi and in the Popol Vuh. Okay, so you're going to get two bonus things, because at this point, once you have it unlocked, they're easy to spot. Okay, here we go. So essentially, this is what we're looking for, right? You guys know the drill by now. If this is your first video, please go check out my other videos, and you'll get caught up. Okay, so let's just start right here. Let's look for. I get rid of this thing. Let's look for. We know that this is Pomo. Pomo is a peacock. Pomo is a peacock in the Norse the Norse constellations. Somehow this got passed on to Norse from Turkey. Okay, so this is Pomo the peacock. See the eye? This is Pomo over here, same shape. This is Pomo right there. Now let's find Pomo, lower left quadrant of Pakal's Death Mask. So if we look down here, let's see, it should be here somewhere. And I think we've got it right there. That's the bird, or that's the bird. Either this, they've made this the head, or it's just this. There it is, right there. You know, they're working with what is that? Jade. So it's not an exact science, but you see it right there. I'm going to trace it with the cursor. Well, there is Pomo. Just happens to be one long block like that. It's not several blocks. And again, this may even be the head. I'm not sure, but this is definitely part of the beak. In fact, I see the upper beak. I'm going to go with this is all of Pomo right there. Now let me show you again. Lower left. It's in the same place. Lower left quadrant. Lower left quadrant. Pomo. Lower left quadrant. Pomo. Lower left quadrant. Pomo. Now let's look for. This is the head. Remember, this is the decapitated body with a little skull head that shows it's dead, but it's a decapitated body. This is the head. That's the decapitated head also. Okay, that's lower right quadrant. Lower right quadrant. So if we divide up Pakal's face, oh, look what we have down here. Boom. And it looks like they've turned it to the side and put like a wound in the head or something like that. But that is certainly a baby face right there. That it's in exactly where it should be, the lower right quadrant. It's also right where, remember in another video, and I'm going to do a video about this, this is significant. You see the Y and then the thing. This is what, instead of doing the face on the other Moai, it became, this was their thong, and they just put an eye on the butt cheek, or it's supposed to be the head, but there's a circle just like that, and here, this is the thong. But this is what it became, the other Moai. Okay, so it evolved again. Okay, so let's look at the top. Oh, look what we have here. Like I said, I think that is also a Gobekli Tepe right there, Stella. And that's Yangana. I think let's see if we can zoom. I am so sorry about the quality of these photos. It's so hard to find high-res photos on the internet. But it looks like we got the H blocks right here from Pumapunku. Pumapunku. I said it wrong the other day. I said another place was Pumapunku, was Tiwanaku. Okay, so once again, the mouth is the disc. I'm guessing below the mouth right here or something. Or it's tough to tell where they put the crease on this one, but you can see where the Scorpius this became this. And I think in like Maori culture and stuff, they even tattoo the lips right here. Like, just like that. And that's where that comes from. They're tattooing that on their face. Okay, so let's move up. Here's a bird. See the bird right there? It's exactly where it is on see the bird? See the bird right there? It's exactly where it is. They moved the birds here over to here. See the bird on top? That's the bird on top. This is also, I think you see a circle up here. The wings in a circle. We have the caduceus, which is also a modified Gobekli Tepe stela. The birds on the side are probably in here somewhere. These are the ones that are always hard to find because sometimes they swap them out with other mythology, with other constellations. I mean, I've seen other birds here, other swans, and it looks like there's something within these cheeks. I'll leave it for you out there to discover. But it looks like we've got some faces here. You've got to look really close. Okay, excuse me. So once again, we have Pomo. We have, looks like we might even have, they worked the baby head into another Gobekli Tepe stela right there. You see it? This is clearly the center. That is that. See here we go. This is the bird. This is the center. And there's the. I think they just took the eye, and they made it a baby head, or you see where it goes right there, right? Okay, so we move up. I'm guessing maybe this was considered the crease, like where the mouth goes across, because where else are they putting the if we're seeing the bird already here, the mouth has to be the center disc. So I'm guessing the other birds, maybe that's it right there. That's a beak. I see an eye. There's all kinds of stuff going on in there. Anyway, so we have you clearly see the bird right there. That's clearly that guy at the top. You clearly see that looks like a Gobekli Tepe to me. You clearly see Yingana. These are the H blocks up here from Pumapunku that look like they're trying to make more Yingana. See them up here. See them up here. Notice that even looks like a Gobekli Tepe there to me. Maybe that's what these are. These are Gobekli Tepe stelas at the top. So this is the bird. There's birds in here somewhere. I think I see a bird head and a bird beak. You see it right there in the eye, right? And this would be the wings, or maybe that's a bird head or something. Because there's other constellations that come up. I know there's another. This is. Oh, you know what this is? This is the guy holding the arrow. This is that arm of that guy, Indus. This is Indus. And this is, and there's our bird. Okay, so I think we have the mouth and all. So you even see like the ring. See the ring? See the ring? And it is a ring. They put it's a sun and a ring, and I'll explain later. It's part of the grand revelation. Okay, so I think that does it for. And I think if you look at his entire outfit that he's wearing, I think he's turned his whole self into a Yingana, because look what he's got down here for his cod piece, right? It's just like, Yingana's tail, right there. That's the Egyptian staff. Let me show you on the Moai here. See this? See at the bottom of the Yinganas, 1, 2, 3, right over there. That's I think that is what he's doing. He's turned this nub into that, because he's turned himself into a Yingana. Okay, so that's how Pakal's match now matches the Gobekli Tepe as well. How many matches did we find? We found, if you want to count, and I do, we obviously have figures up at the top here. I think they're multi-purposing. They look like Gobekli Tepe stela to me now, but on further, when you're in close, it could almost be H blocks. Maybe there's a connection there with that. This is clearly the central Yingana spreading her wings and all that stuff. We see the bird right there in the placement, just where it is on top. Look, here's the Yingana. Yingana on Easter Island got turned. They thought it was a bird, so it got turned into maki, and they thought it was a cobra, but it's in the same place. But they're just thinking that's a bird, and they think it's a cobra because of the body, but it's not. It's Yingana. They're just misinterpreting it after thousands of years and thousands of copies. Okay, so we have the bird right on top of the eyes. The mouth is the disc. This one we see even more clearly because they're carving it in jade, or jade mosaic. That's the disc. Like I said, the birds are in here somewhere. I see beaks. I see lots of things that could be beaks. He's got to make out the rest. I'll leave that for you guys. And then we see Pomo down here, one long seed, and there's his little beak right there. Either that's all of him or just that, but I'm pretty sure the whole thing, this piece also is meant to be his head. Okay, so then we have, it looks like another Gobekli Tepe stela. This is this, and like I said, the Rapa Nui, even, the Moa, the Maori even tattoo their lips here because it's the same culture. you know, going back far enough, and then we have our bizarre dead baby head turned to the side right there. So I think that's a match. We have another match. Now let's do it with the sarcophagus lid. And the first thing we notice with the sarcophagus lid, I hope this one shows it, are the, you know, like I said, it is so tough to find high-res pictures of this old stuff online. So I apologize for the, but here's where I think I'm not so sure that they know what this stuff is anymore, because look, they've divided it into 4 quadrants. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at this, our old friend the cross. Check out, okay, so here's the dividing line. He has put himself in the disk space, as in like going to the life, you know what I mean? Transferring to somewhere else. He has, and we see this again and again. We see this in the Book of the Dead for the Egyptians. They put their boat in the middle of I'll show that in a later video. And we also see it in India, where it's an India thing, and they put the Buddha in the center there. The center disc. This is the this is one of the parts of the secret of the big reveal. Okay, so look, here is Pomo. We're dividing it into 4 quadrants. Get lower left. Here's Pomo, and they've turned him the wrong way, unless they're trying to represent him here. See it? But I think they're taking stylistic, artistic licenses now with what they're doing. So let's look at this again. We have the central. This could be, you know, it's Scorpio again, or you could just take it as, you know, an artistic. See, it's still got the shape to it and everything. Looks like we got a face in there now. So what else should we find over here? This is such a crappy I don't even know if I want to do this one. You know, I'm going to come back to that later because I got to find a better picture to do that. Let's go to the Popol Vuh. Okay, this is much clearer. You can see. All right, so we're going to do it again. We're going to divide it into 4 quadrants, right? And I think this, see there's a ring of stars right there, how it goes, spirals in. I think this center one is supposed to be our disc here. And then, so if that's our line right there, look who we got. We have Pomo. See Pomo the head? There it is. Pomo. Now see, Pomo became a snake later because artists didn't know what it was, and so they extended this line, and this became a serpent, and that's where the serpent imagery came from. That's what that is. This became a serpent, and as I showed you yesterday, since he's holding the serpent, later on the serpent arms became serpent arms. So this is where all the serpent, stuff you see comes from. It originates somewhere else too, but they turned this into a serpent later. And part of what it relates to is at the grand reveal at the end. Okay, so we have Pomo, we have the crease. Isn't really shown, but it's just assumed. And then here is the sun disk above. So what should we see over here but the dead head, right? We need something like that. Oh, look what we have over here. A dead head, lower right quadrant. It's no coincidence. It's no coincidence. Also, looks like they even might have put the eye there because they didn't know that was the eye. So they might have put them both, the eye and and the head. And this looks like maybe they were going for this guy right there. That's something that this is the lick. This, by the way, is what you see on the Egyptian. You'll see this a lot. I'm going to do a video. This lick right here is where you get from the Egyptian pharaonic crown. See, it's the same shape. Okay, so let's move up. Let's just do the top. You see all the yanganas at the top there. Also looks like pyramids and not Mexican, South American pyramids. It looks like, what? Egyptian pyramids, right? So who knows? And are these lingam inside here? Is that what they are, lingam? Okay, so we have the Yingana at the top. Remember, that's supposed to be Yingana. So Yingana at the top, and many Yinganas. Now, and then so we have lower quadrant. The birds, again, you know, the birds on the side are always the tough. I mean, here's a bird right here, you see, but they really take a lot of artistic license when it comes to the bird shapes. Here's here's an arm in the quadrant where the bird arm is supposed to be. It looks like we got another Yingana there. Let's look for a bird at the top. Looks. I don't know what this guy is. It looks like another Yingana. See, I don't even know if they know what they've got anymore. They just, you know, they're just sort of. This is really hyper stylized, and we have, you know, I guess this is the top bird. You know, I think they're really starting to play with the imagery, or maybe it's here and I don't see it. But you know, this is clearly Pomo, and this is clearly the, you know, the divider in it, or Scorpio, all this mess. And then this is the weird face on the end. We've got the Yingana at the top. But here's what I think is weird about this one. I think that if you turn this one, and I haven't done it yet, but just on I think this one you could do it two ways. Because look, here is another Pomo, right? And here are, for the bottom, and here are other, and here are, you know, on the side you can count that as Yingana. And then you have the bird where it's supposed to be, where I'm looking for it over here somewhere. I don't know if this is, because these are like wing-like, if this whole thing is just supposed to be the bird, but you clearly see the bird here if you turn, you know, sideways. I think this is another one if you turn it sideways. And this is the face right here. And it's even got a messed up eye on this side. So I think what's special about the Popol Vuh one is you can turn it, you can see it one way, you can see it the other. I don't know, maybe you can turn it every other way because there are Yingana all around it. So maybe what is cool about this one is you can turn it in all directions and it's, you know, it's somehow the same image. But I definitely can see this way going up and this way going over. Okay, so there you have it. You know, they're getting very stylized. And you got to remember, this is an artist copying an artist copying an artist copying an artist. What we're doing is dividing it into 4 quadrants, and we see unmistakable repeated symbology in the same places. Okay, so besides the fact that they have death masks at all, you know, I mean, that they share that in common, we now see where the likenesses happen also. You mean this bird in the center here is just unmistakable. It's just unmistakable. And then you look at the it's in the same place. The death mask is definitely lining up. I'm pretty sure the Popol Vuh does. I think it's just, you know, it's becoming hyper stylized, and the more stylized it gets, the harder it gets because they're mixing in other elements that I'm not familiar with. So, you know, I don't know all mythology. So they may have swapped out the birds for a horse, or, you know, I think there's a horse in one of them and another one I found from a different culture. They're adding their own elements as their culture progresses and keeps the imagery. But the basic tenets are the same. I'm going to give you just a little snip of what I've got in store for you as far as the big revelation goes. I have found the original Gobekli Tepe. Gobekli Tepe is a copy. I have found what it is a copy of. And it's terrifying. So on that happy note, thanks again for watching. Please click the subscribe button. We're gonna get there. What I'm gonna do is walk you through. I have so much evidence. I've gone through all of the ancient art from every culture, and I have found this everywhere. So I'm gonna make it completely beaten a dead horse that look until it's beyond obvious this is what's going on. And then once you see what I see, then I'm going to take you to the final spot, and they're going to take us all the way to the nut house because it's so huge and it's so horrifying. And I'm going to walk you there. Okay, thanks for coming with me on this journey. Leave a comment, like, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.